Dreadlocks. So I've been receiving a lot of requests from customers and YouTubers to talk about how you can install your Dreadlock beads. Some of you might be having a little bit of difficulty. Firstly, you want to make sure that you order your Dreadlock bead in the right size. It's kind of like a ring. You know, if you're going to order a wedding band, you want to make sure that it's the right size for your finger so that it fits right. That's about the same for your dreadlock. So you can see my other tutorial on how to find your dreadlock diameter. I made this little bead today to kind of help us out. Now, if you do order your bead in the correct size, slipping it onto your dreadlock really isn't that difficult. You just slip it through the hole and slide it on. And then it's gonna sit perfectly and snugly on your dreadlock. But say for instance you order it in one size and you realize that it's gonna take a little bit more than you thought to get it on, because maybe one of your dreadlocks has like a larger end than the rest of the dreadlock, which happens. I mean, as you can see, I've got one right here. It's kind of thick here where I blunted the end. So that's not a problem. What I suggest for that is get a piece of embroidery floss or any kind of really thin string, and you can tie it around the end of your dreadlock, as close to the end as possible. Just do a regular knot. Like so. Just gonna take me just a sec. Make sure and get it nice and snug. Go ahead and double knot it, because you can always cut it off later with a pair of craft scissors or cuticle nippers or something like that. And then go ahead and take a pair of scissors and cut the two ends even. You can roll them a little bit between your fingers to kind of get them to stick together. Alright, and then get your dreadlock bead. Go ahead and slip it through the bead, like so. I'm going to take a little bit of wiggling here. It also might help too if you kind of double it up. Maybe you can do a loop. That can kind of help get it through the bead a little easier. Okay, then you grab your embroidery floss. That's kind of a difficult word to say, embroidery floss. And you help and pull your dreadlock through. So it'll help guide your dreadlock into the bead. This method here actually works also for braids really well, because you know braids tend to have like really wispy ends. So the embroidery floss method really is the best for braids. There's one other method that you can use, but most people kind of shun this idea because crochet hook, you know, dun dun dun. If you're really careful with this, you're not going to damage your hair, okay? But I can't stress enough to be really, really, really careful, okay? So get your dreadlock that you want to put your bead on and put it in as far as you can get it, okay? Just as far as it'll go. Take your crochet hook and very carefully work the edge out, okay? Curl it back out just how you put it in so that you don't rip your hair. And then you can guide the bead on the rest of the way. Okay, so I would use this as a I can't not speak today. I would use this as a last-ditch effort on your dreadlocks, because, like I said, you don't want to tear your hair. So yeah, embroidery floss, crochet hook, and then, of course, just ordering your bead in the correct size will be really helpful for you. So if any of you have any further questions or anything regarding dread beads, dreadlocks, anything like that, feel free to message me, because I help out folks all the time. I had a lot of questions when I started with my dreadlocks, just as I'm sure you do too. So anyway, y'all have a great day. Thank you.